Today I messed up by posting my Uber driver on my story. For some context, I, 17F, have been talking to this guy, 17M, online for the past few weeks. We hadn't met in person yet, and we hadn't labeled anything. With everything going on in our lives, we've had completely different schedules and hadn't been talking as much this past week but still managed to text a little bit. Last night things got a little bit heated and I fell asleep in the middle of it, and only woke up because my phone was blown up due to me missing my bus. So, I took an Uber to get to school, and my driver was a sweet older guy, 60 to 70. I posted a story saying thanks for the ride John with a picture of his center console/arm, but not his face or anything identifying. He saw this, and combined with other things, he ended up ghosting me. I still had his number, so I texted him asking what happened. He said that he felt like he was getting played, and mentioned the John thing. I had completely forgotten about my Uber that morning, so I flat out said that I didn't even know a John. He ended up blocking my number, as well as unediting my snap, so when I finally figured out who John was, I've been confused about it ever since, going through everything except apparently my story to figure out who he was. Took me texting my best friend to finally figure it out. I tried telling him, but being blocked on everything makes it a little bit hard to do that. Figured it was a funny lol story, so here you go Reddit. Today I messed up by ordering a Dakimakura body pillow. For a few months now, I've been having a hard time sleeping. When I sleep in my normal positions, on my back or on my side with an arm reaching upward under my pillow, I wake up with shoulder pain. So I tried sleeping on my side with an extra pillow in my arms, and it's helped. Unfortunately though I don't have any firm pillows, so I figured I could do better. Well, I had heard about therapeutic body pillows, so I thought I'd have a look around on Amazon. I found a nicely reviewed pillow, and found a pretty blue Egyptian cotton cover for it. So far, looking good. I was doing a lot of browsing around for the right thing, though, and a lot of different options popped up for body pillows. You can see where this is going. I like anime, but I'm not super big into it or knowledgeable. So when I was looking around for pillow covers, I saw my favorite character. There were two cute images of her face on what looked like square pillows, and I thought, oh fun, I could have two geeky accent pillows too. I have some square pillows that need new covers anyway. So I popped those into my cart, too, and ordered. Today, technically yesterday, the package arrives. Sure enough, there is the nice body pillow and nice blue cover. And also a full-length Tosaka Rin body pillow cover. The cute face was just as expected. The rest of the body was thankfully covered. But definitely in a suggestive pose. When my husband came downstairs, I was like, so? You know how I was going to get a body pillow? I haven't seen him laugh that much in a while, and I think he'll be making fun of me for a long time. Definitely keeping it though. Today I messed up by almost ruining someone's wedding. My cousin, basically sister, has 3 kids, the youngest just turned 4. When I asked what to get her, I got a very sad story about a sparkly flamingo at a gas station, lots of disappointment involved. I was able to find it online, and was very excited to be able to reunite her with the beloved flamingo that got away. This was a surprise party at a park on a lake, but at the last minute I got an update that the party was moved to the pavilion on the hill above the beach rather than the beach itself. It was really cold that day, so that made sense. I was having trouble with the battery and the key fob on my car, so I was running late and kind of frazzled. Now, I love getting toys for both my son and my nieces and nephews, and I always come up with a fun way to give them. I had a 30-minute drive to the party to come up with an idea on how to give the flamingo. I decided I'd find a video with flamingo sounds on YouTube and blast it on my sound system and be like, oh, my god. Is that a flamingo? And make a big deal of searching for the flamingo in my car with the kids. So, I pulled up, shut off my car, hid the flamingo, then went to turn my car back on, and it wouldn't start. Crap. Key fob was officially dead. I thought maybe I could use my cousin's car though, so I went to find her in the group under the pavilion and I'm seeing lots of unfamiliar faces. Everyone also seemed strangely overdressed for a 4-year/o's birthday party. The wedding was just starting, guys. I misread the update. Turns out the pavilion got double booked, and my cousin was like, okay, the wedding obviously gets priority over a small birthday party for a 4-year/o. She moved the party to her house, which was also on the lake, so I didn't have too far to walk. Imagine if my car would have started though. I only turned it off because I was kind of frazzled and wasn't thinking. I mean, they already seemed very unimpressed by just me showing up by mistake and the little disruption that caused. I fully intended on blasting a flamingo call and dramatically announcing that I think there's a flamingo somewhere in my car as an entrance. Can you imagine a complete stranger interrupting your wedding like that? Thank God. Today I messed up by peeing on my own ass. You're probably already trying to work out the logistics of how this happened. Let me explain. I was at work and needed to use the toilet for number 2s. When I went to pee whilst sitting on the seat, my tiny pee-pee perfectly lined up with the gap between the toilet seat and the porcelain. The pee leaked through like a tiny golden shower and fell on the outer ass part of my pants. I didn't notice this till it was already quite a bit wet. I had to do the walk of shame back to my desk, hiding my bottom from anyone around as much as I reasonably could. I can't stress the relief I felt when I finally got to my chair. I sat in it till I felt dry. Some poor soul is going to smell that seat one day and wonder how it smells like pee. Today I messed up trying to spoil my wife. My wife, 27F, and I, 33 meters, got married recently and decided to honeymoon on one of the Greek Isles. It's all been going swimmingly for the first couple of days, until night 3. I decided that we should venture out of the holiday resort where we are staying and go find somewhere new to eat and explore the local town a little more. This is something we do often whenever we go away. We came across a restaurant which looked incredible and even better views with it being right on the beach. It was a little pricey, not out of our budget but at least triple what we'd normally pay based off the area. I told my wife to ignore the cost, it's my treat. The food was good and the expensive bottle of wine that cost almost as much as the food was sublime. After our meal we chose to sit out on the bean bags on the beach belonging to the restaurant and enjoy some cocktails in the night sky before we ventured back to our hotel. The setting was stunning. Candles all over the beach and they even had lights in the water, so romantic and both of us having a wonderful time. Nothing could prepare us for what's to come. We set off to walk back to our hotel and about halfway back, I start to feel unwell. Now we both suffer from IBS so just thought something had triggered me. It just gets worse. We were about 5 minutes from our hotel and I'm walking like John Wayne, sweating profusely holding it in and grunting from the pain. My wife, bless her, albeit laughing, was being very supportive. Even said if I needed to go in a bush I could. I opted against that as we were close to the hotel. We got back to our room and I stripped fully naked from my now damp clothes and head straight for the bathroom. To say I unleashed hell from above and below would be an understatement. Cue, knock at the door. It's my wife and she tells me to get out. Turns out whatever made me so sick had come from her vegetarian meal. For the rest of the night we'd take it in turns hoping on the toilet like musical chairs. We barely slept last night and it was rough. Here comes my next fuck up. The next morning we were getting ready to get out. Through my learned behavior, whenever I got to fart, I let it rip. My wife and I are good with potty humor. So I feel a fart brewing and before I could stop myself, I pooped the bed. I shit the freaking bed on our honeymoon. My wife howled with laughter as I went to get in the shower to wash off my shame. It doesn't end there. My wife heads to the reception to ask if we can have our bedding changed and heads out to get us both some medication. I am just about dressed when I heard a knock at the door. It was the cleaners and they just let themselves in. With a language barrier I try to convey as much as possible to hold on I am just about to leave. I scoot out of the room as quick as possible before they notice my shame all over the bed. Whilst we are mostly recovered now, my shame will live on.